Hi, my name is Manzer Rabbani. I'm CEO at Contech, and today we'll be talking about the reporting feature for core systems. And just do a general walkthrough. So the the way core presents reporting is that there is an option on the main menu for reports, and the reports are then grouped into they're classified into purchase, sales, inventory, financial reports, audit, and production. And there's quite a lot already uh, pre-built. So most clients would go into sales or inventory reports. Those are the two main ones. Financial reports, because most clients connect onto Zero QuickBooks, they will get that from their accounting package. But remember that Core does also have its own accounting modules. So in case they don't have Zero QuickBooks, they will then go into financial reports. Audit reports is only one, which just shows user activity. Production reports, if you have the advanced production module, then this is where you can see the bombs and the operations and everything to do with production. Purchases, likewise, your purchase orders, history, the stats behind purchasing. Um, so the main three really then would be the purchase, the sales, and the inventory. It's where most clients would go. Let's look at the sales report, and the most popular one, and remember you can star these and then appear in your favorites. Let's find the most popular one is sales by product details. Issue with this one here is that the sales overview does not take in account of credit notes, or at least this is what I found. One of the clients I found that it doesn't is unable to work out a net sales value, though I probably need to investigate that further. But the most popular one most clients go for is this one, because this gives you reporting at the highest level, which will be company, brand, document level, next level down, which is document, and also down to the detail level, which is the product. So I'm going to star that and then go to my favorites. So that's my uh, product sales report there. Click onto that. The way Core structures reporting UI is that you have the ability to create your own reports, or within the confines of generic, with the default report, you're able to add and subtract fields from the main body. So the main body is here, which is your static data, and what you have here is what you're measuring. So whatever appears here, this is static. This is your measurements in terms of quantity, value, 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 and value. You're able to click and drag fields from the blue bar into the main body. Let's see if we can do this one. So this is data field. So that will go into the data headers. So as I said, the report is divided into left panel, which is static, right panel, which is the data. And now you can click and drag fields. If they're measurement fields, you click and drag the data headers, which will appear there, like it's appeared, sales appeared there. The other fields, which is static, are clicked and dragged into the left-hand side, which would be here. And that one, just put that in, see if it appears. Yeah, and then you can click it, drag it back like that. This is it. So when you click on, you have an option. You have the default, but you have an option of saving your own customized reports. It's a bit confusing, and I've had clients save or not save because you have that function there, and then you can also save as layout. So you can do it there and there. So the structure is that the top bar is where you can save your customized versions of the default. You also have all the fields that are not appearing in the report down there, the hidden fields there. And this again, UI is clunky. It's very narrow. If you want to go down here, you have to drag it like that carefully, and it's very, very narrow. You can see that it's very narrow there. So we tend to either just accounting for the purchase cost for those goods within the time period is specified there, or you can do all of it. And that's something that okay, there's nothing to be shown. Yeah, let's go back to that. Just looking at the other features here, export, it gives you export to Excel and PDF and other formats. This is very useful. I like this. For all the fields, they give you, you're provided with a description of what's going on, of description of the field itself and how it's calculated, if it's a calculated field. So for example, invoice, sale, tax, COGS. Okay, and that's very, very useful, and I find that very helpful. You can do searches for text in the report. Coming down to the custom filter, you've got Boolean, so you can add fields here and so on. I'll come back to this later. What I want to show you also is that you've got sort and filters for each of the columns. Very useful. So this it's useful because it's really what this system is. It's like it's enhanced Excel sheet, which is okay if you're good in Excel, but if you're not so good in Excel, it can be quite confusing. And we found that people miss it. You would miss these little icons. It's not evidence. If I go into, for example, let's do product tags. How many tags? But you will list all the tags there, and that's quite important for the filtering of a dashboard. You'll have the tags listed there, and you can click them, click one or more than one, and that's very useful. And that's exactly what filtering we want to have, or like clients like, but it's not very clear that it's there. And again, you can miss that quite easily. So the use case we are talking about here is, and this is quite common across most clients who are selling product, particularly in the retail and consumer industry, where they wish to interrogate their sales, quantity, and COGS, the cost, by different product classifications and a customer classification. So the usual customer classification in this use case, so usual product classification in this use case would be, in the case of core, we would be then pulling down the brand, the category, and the product tag. But they'll also like to see how is this been split, sales been split across different customer classifications. And in the case, core allows you to classify customers by customer tag. So I'm going to find that, and that's the customer tag. So I've pulled those five fields down. I'm going to drag back into the blue bar, remove the. So we're not going to analyze it at product level. We're not going to analyze it at document level. So remove data that I'm not going to analyze it at customer level. We are going to analyze this at a customer tag, which is not appearing there. Let's do that again. You can see that it's very clunky. There it is. Didn't go down. Didn't. Yeah. Customer tag, product tag, brand, and category. And again, like I said, you can pull them across. And clients, the use case is usually this year. So if we do this here again, what they would like to see is if those data here, what was my sale been this year across this segments, and they can filter that based on the filter icons on each of the columns against same time last year. That period-to-period comparison is the main use case scenario, which core is unable to do right out of the box. So peer-to-period comparison based on customer tags, product tags, brand, and category. It lets you do that, but the filtering is, you can filter by these columns, but cannot save the filters. So if I save this report, I will lose the filters. And potentially, because of the confusing where it saves new layouts, not default layouts, you sometimes lose your saved columns, but you can't save any of the filters. The product sales by your classifications, which are tags, brand, and category, and links that to your customer classifications through the customer tag. and you then can filter it by date, and it will measure. In this case, you can change this, but the data it's measuring is the quantity, the sales. This is the invoice value, which I would like to see the sales value. Let's do that, change that here, and move the invoice out because invoice includes tax. So it's measuring the quantity, the sale, net sale, the cost. We don't need journals, and it's measuring the profit. And this is the way, and that's how you would create in core the report to measure sales, cost of sales, quantity, and profit based on customer and product classifications. So you can't compare this week to last week on a single document, nor can you compare this week to in 24 to this week 23. So there's no peer-to-peer comparison here. Again, you got to look at this report as a glorified spreadsheet with filters, and they sort of create this UI on top of a spreadsheet. It is not providing you with that sort of intelligence. Nowhere does Deer provide you, Core provide you with the peer-to-peer comparison, nor does it do it provide you with sequentially, like this week, last week, this month to last month, or this quarter to last quarter. So no quarter to quarter comparison, no month to month comparison. If somebody wants to do that, they will then export that down into Excel and then manipulate two Excel sheets, which is, as you know, not easy to do.